Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. My name is Sean Dexter, and I welcome you back to the Mango Grove for a daily Bitcoin and Chainlink analysis video. In fact, today we may talk about a few other things as well, but hey, I'd rather not, but it's too interesting to ignore. I wanted to keep this video short and sweet, but hey, that's going to be a little bit difficult to do today, so I won't make any promises. Anyways, every time I've tried to keep a video short, and I've promised you guys I would, I've failed miserably, so perhaps I should stay away from the promise. Anyways, alright, so here we have Bitcoin, but let's start with the Mango Research dashboard. Give us a good overview of what's going on in the market. And what is going on? Well, we have almost everything green except Bitcoin. We do have a few reds every here and there. XRP, Bitcoin Cash, and let's see anything else. This is XRP yet again. So mostly everything is green. All coins are all green. All coins have been doing really well. Bitcoin still giving us the short signal, right? So what's going on over here? What does this tell us? Well, it tells us that all coins are outperforming Bitcoin, right? At least in the interim, at least over the past few days. So we will be looking at the Bitcoin dominance chart, see what's going on over there, and I'm pretty sure you guys have been experiencing it too, right? All coins have been popping, and we've missed a few. Well, if you guys caught Theta, good for you. If you guys caught OMG, where's OMG? How's it doing now? I'm a little bummed out about that one more than any, because I've already mentioned this a few times. Go ahead and mention it one more time. I actually took this trade and got kicked out of this trade, and it pumped without me. So this one, watching it go and go has been a little bit annoying. But hey, you can't let that get to you, right? I did get into a Zilliqa trade. We talked about it in today's live stream. Oh, by the way, we did do a live stream where we pretty much went into a further detail or deeper analysis of like almost everything, right? Bitcoin, we discussed a few altcoins I usually don't discuss on my daily videos, just to keep the regular audience safe, right? This video wasn't publicized, or it wasn't listed either, the stream rather. And yeah, we talked about that. We talked about the Bitcoin dominance. We talked about Zilliqa. We also talked about ADA. And yeah, you know what? Today we will be talking about ADA. I got a request to check out ADA from JL Wolf in the YouTube comments, so big shout out to him. I looked at it and I was like, hey, there's something interesting going on over here. It was very similar to my reaction when I checked out Zilliqa a few days ago, like more than a week or 10 days ago. I don't even remember when I first started looking at it. And even then, it wasn't me who went filtering through everything and found Zilliqa. It was Ashok from the Mango Seed program that mentioned it, and he took along on that too. And yeah, so this is the power of a community, right? Helping each other out, pointing each other in the right direction. And yep, I love you guys all. Thank you for all your help. Appreciate it. So yeah, we'll talk about Zilliqa very quickly. We'll talk about, there's not much to talk about with Zilliqa, to be honest, but we look at it. What I do want to focus on today's video is Bitcoin, Chainlink, and ADA, right? But the big question is, what is Bitcoin doing? Is it a bull market? Is it a bear market? Are we going down? Should you long? Should you short? And hey, there's a bull case and there is a bear case. So I completely see how this is a difficult decision, and there's no harm in simply sitting on the sidelines and doing nothing, right? Everybody thinks that they need to be in a trade every single time, and I get that anxiety to think that you're going to miss out on a move. But just sometimes do the Mango way, guys. Do the Mango way. Wait for the easy, clear, stress-free trades and put on those trades, or have a system, have a trading strategy that is pre-set up for you, so that you don't have to be flustered and confused. All you have to do is put on the trade, right? So even though the Mango Research dashboard is saying short, I did put on a long. I talked about this over the past few days now. Yesterday rather. If you missed yesterday's video, please go ahead and watch it. Watch Friday's video as well, and Thursday's video, right? Like all the trades, I was telling Reza from the Mango Grove today that a lot of the trades I'm going to be taking in the next week is pretty much summarized in the high level overview over the past couple of videos, right? It's very simple, right? Very simple in my opinion as to whether you want to go long or short. And there's no right trade here, guys. It's just about protecting yourself and being able to flip very easily when you are wrong. Okay, I want people again in the Mango community to stop wanting to be right all the time. If I start seeing that kind of culture where you guys are trying to like show each other up, it's not gonna make me happy, and I will put a stop to that. All right, so enough of that rant. Let's start with Bitcoin. Let's see what's going on over here. I'll give you guys a recap on the trade I have taken. And I've essentially longed the 2-day 21 EMA. We also have the 2-day 200 moving average coming in right over there. And we talked about this too, right? On Friday, we said, hey, even though we broke the daily 21 EMA somewhere around here, right? It was on this candle, on this 2-day candle. We were looking for what? A retest of the 10 SMA and then the range trade down here. Why did I say range trade there? Why did I not say, hey, I'm going to look for that big trend trade all the way to the bottom? You guys know that I'm always looking for that kind of big move, right? I love hunting for those big moves, even if I have to give away profits. But I can't just blindly look for the big moves, right? I have to be a little bit more what's the word, clear-headed. I have to be unbiased. I think that's closer to the word I'm trying to think of right now, and be like, hey, what are the probabilities of that really happening? Am I actually, if I'm playing this on the 2-day time frame, do we actually have confirmation of the trend going down? And guys, we do have a high, oops, wrong tool over there. We do have this high over here, yes, and we have a lower high over here, but I want to see that continuation. I want to see that follow through. I want to see us break that 8,550 region that we've been talking about since the beginning of last week, right? When we do that, it's likely going to match up with us taking out this wick over here at 8,136. Okay, so until then, to me, this is still looking bullish as long as holding the 2-day 21 EMA. And hey, it's been tested twice over here. 2 daily candles, talked about this, bounced both times and closed over the daily 21 EMA on each bounce. In fact, let's go ahead and show it one more time. There we go. You can see this was the 2-day candle I was just looking at. Okay, split over 2 daily candles, and each test of that 2-day 21 EMA, which was sitting over here, closed above the daily 21 EMA. So that tells me what? That tells me that, hey, that is an important level. We got the retest over here. Okay, I was not going to not try for a trade over here. And why? Why am I okay trying for a trade over here and okay being wrong? Because if I am wrong, I'm able to flip to the bear side very, very quickly. Easy to manage a trade, right? So again, there's no bull narrative or bear narrative only. There's always another side of the trade, because if somebody was playing support and resistance, for example Joe, right, she took a short trade all the way from around 9,750, I believe, and that was the right trade too. That's fine. I can make a really good case for the bear side. In fact, on the weekly, we're still putting in lower highs. On the monthly, we're sitting against a major resistance. So don't get too stuck into that mentality. Again, it could go either way. It's about you. This is the rules you have to follow for yourself, no matter how you are. Again, don't say no matter how you are trading, but for the most part, right, to make your life easy, just stay away from shorting into support and longing into resistance, right? So what did Jojo do over here, right? Well, she shorted resistance. She did not long into resistance. She shorted very, very close into resistance, where monthly resistance, weekly resistance, that's fine. You're doing that. There's a trade to be had over there, right? It doesn't matter whether Bitcoin is in a bull trend and you're playing against the trend. If your strategy does not care about playing against the trend, and I can make as a trend trader, I can still make an argument for F the trend, short resistance and long support, right? And you can make a lot of money just doing that. So that, if that's in your trading strategy, play your strategy, right? F what everybody else is saying. Just keep putting on the same high probability trades along. Think about your win magnitude 2. Damn, that was a tongue twister. And yeah, just in the long run, guys, keep it simple, keep it stress free, and do it the Mango way. So yeah, going back to what I was saying, let me remove everything over here. Yeah, so there are 2 ways to do it, right? Short resistance and long support. And what did I do? Well, I just long support. But what I have going for me, at least for now, is the trend, right? I like those kind of trades. I'm a trend trader. I like putting the trend in my favor, on my side of the favor, my side of the battle, and it just makes it easier for me. I'm not saying you can't play against the trend. And on that note, by the way, I want to address something. You are always in one way playing against the trend, right? For example, right now on the 1 hour time frame, if I drill down, perhaps the 1 hour is telling me that, hey, we are in a downtrend. Perhaps the 4 hour saying we are in a downtrend. In fact, we likely are. I think the 4 hour actually broke we'll go ahead and look. I think the 4 hour broke the downtrend. But so on the higher time frame might be in an uptrend like this, but think about this: if the higher time frame is in an uptrend, right? In this juncture over here, guys, this is a lower time frame move in a downtrend, right? So think about that too. Think about that too while putting on your trades. That's why I tell you guys, don't get too caught up on the low time frames when the higher time frames are telling you to do something else. You have to be very, very cautious of not getting kicked out of your trade when you put on a trade on the 2-day time frame, and then you're letting the 1 hour time frame, because it's going down like this, you're letting it kick you out of your trade, right? So be very careful. And again, big shout out to Joe. Impressed. She stuck with the trade. She's seen the trade now bounce against her a few times, but she's learned from all her experience now, making mistakes, getting kicked out of trades. We all go through it, and she's sticking through it, and it's been a big win for her. I'm very, very proud. And hey, again, be patient and just wait for your trade to execute itself once you put on the trade. Okay, so 2-day time frame. Again, I ranted a lot. I don't know, by the way, we talked about this being a lower high, this being the high. We don't know that this is the low just yet, right? People are saying, hey, this is a low, this is a high low. That you need to understand that I'm fishing or hunting for this to be a higher low. I don't know that this is a higher low just yet. What I need to see is us take out these wicks over here. Okay, both these wicks over here are very, very key to me. They're both lining up at around 9,320-ish. And what else is lining up with? The 2-day 10 SMA. Okay, if we take out those wicks over here on the 2-day time frame, then I can be like, okay, this is a very, very key level for me now, coming in around 8,620-ish. And if you take out that wick, moving forward, then we know that, hey, we have another lower low, right? So we can say that we are doing something like this: lower high, higher low, lower high, lower low. And I'm like, okay, cool, we may actually end up with a head and shoulders formation in that case. Well, I don't know, go too far like that. Like, again, patterns, it's not my thing. Okay, so what could we be doing over here now? Remember, what was the key level I'm looking at? 9,324. And I want you guys to understand that this is actually becoming a very, very, very key level across multiple time frames, and we may actually see a cascading of events and effects happen if we start clearing that level within the next like week or so. Okay, 9,350-ish, 9,300. We're going to go through that now. Right now, we're seeing it right now. We talked about on a 2-day time frame. These wicks over here and the 2-day 10 SMA both coming in at that level, right? Okay, so now let's go on over to the lower time frames. Let's actually start with the 4-hour time frame, because we just tested the 2-day 4-hour 21 EMA, retesting the 10 SMA. Not looking bad, not looking good either over here. But hey, I think as long as we close this 4-hour time frame, 4-hour candle anywhere above the 10 SMA, it'll be a better look if we can close over the 200 moving average. But I'm not keeping too much of an eye on it, because we already had a fake out over here, right? Close above it, dumped back underneath, retested it, got a rejection. But what happens right after? Boom. Just pumped right back up, right? So the 4-hour 200 moving average has been used almost as a bait to bait traders into taking bad trades. So be very careful about that. But something interesting, okay, the 200 EMA on the 4-hour, along with the 200 oops, that's the wrong thing. What the hell is this? Okay, 200 EMA right over there, along with the 200 moving average, may give you a better idea of what is going on, right? So if you look at the two, we took it out once, okay, but then when we did not close, we didn't get an open and a close. We immediately lost it, tested both again, got rejected, and now we took both, tested the 200 EMA one more time, and now it looks like we're doing the same thing again. So perhaps all we need to look at is the 200 EMA. I don't know, but either way, I'm not paying too much attention to these levels in specificity. What I want to see is a complete break of these junctures over here. And what junctures am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about this level over here. So essentially the 21 EMA and the Tenkin. Okay, if we start closing 4-hour candles above that, and then after that, I'll be looking at, let me clear out everything. Well, just from eyeing, right? What are the key levels you'll be looking at? Well, just this neckline right over here. And what does it line up with? 9,289. If you adjust it to be a little bit more accurate, that is coming up with 9,300 level, almost to the T, right? And hey, over here too, we can actually mark this out as a zone, perhaps. Yep. Okay, so 9,301 to 9,338, 9,340. Okay, that's a key level on the 4-hour time frame too. We saw it being a key level on the 2-day. We can go on over to the 12-hour now, which is going to be pretty important. Let's remove all the horizontals. And again, this is by looking at this, guys. The horizontal right here. Okay, this neckline right over here. Again, mark it as a zone. You can see that we've come, tested it over here, rejected, and come down over here to put in this low on the so on the 12-hour time frame. We're still making lower highs and lower lows, right? So 12-hour time frame is clearly in a downtrend, and if we start breaking this level over here, guys, that's when I'm like, okay, the 12 hours also beginning to turn around, and that's lining up with the 4-hour major level and something else major as well. We're going to show very soon. So we talked about 4-hour, 12-hour as well. Okay, let's look at what the 12-hour Ichimoku saying actually. And well, the Tenkin is right over there. So what's the Tenkin, what's the Ichimoku saying total? Okay, so green, okay, we have the cloud green, we have the 21 EMA overhead, I do believe, okay, overhead, and the Tenkin over there too. So we have the cloud green. We've retaken the Kijun, that's a good sign. We've tested the top of the cloud, rejected going inside it, retook the Kijun, and now the bull sign. If you're playing the 12-hour based on the Ichimoku, what you want to see is the price start living above the 21 EMA as well as a Tenkin, right? So then you're going to have everything I'm looking for. You're going to have price over the 200 moving average, price over the cloud, price over the Kijun, price over the Tenkin, price over the 21 EMA. That's going to be key. And when does that happen, guys? It happens when price goes over 9,300 level. Once all of that happens, that's when you're like, okay, cool, this is actually showing signs of a potential reversal. 9,300. Okay, cool. Now let's go back on over to the 4-hour and see what the cloud is saying over there. I just want to take a quick gander. Did I click that? Let's try again. Okay, cool. So cloud is still green. The Kijun, the top of the cloud, all coming in at that key level, 9,350. Rejecting on the 21 EMA, rejecting on the Tenkin. But what happens when we start living over here, guys, on the 4-hour time frame as well as a 12-hour time frame? Both time frames, both key time frames, at least from mid to low time frames, are going to have cloud green above the Kijun, above the Tenkin, above the 21 EMA. The Tenkin is likely going to make its way up there too by that time, and also have your bullish TK cross, right? So you're going to have a bullish TK cross above the cloud. That's your bull case on the 4-hour time frame too. And hey, it's going to start looking good. Okay, cool. We talked about the 4-hour, the daily, the 12-hour, as well as the 2-day, right? Let's clear out everything. Now I want us to go on over to the high time frames. And what am I looking at? Am I looking at the weekly? Nope. Actually, we're going to take it one step further, and we're going to look at the monthly. And now what we're going to do is we're going to mark out our support and resistances on quick glance. And again, this is going to be very easy. We've done this a few times now. One that stares us in the face is this one over here. And of course, we have our 3,000 level. But again, this is not relevant at the moment, right? So we can go ahead and mark out the next one, which is what? 6,388, 6,400, right? We've been talking about this for a while. But what's the most immediate resistance that we can look at, okay? Is it this one over here, guys? 10,840? No, it is important. We've almost come there, almost, right? On the monthly time frame, it does look very close, right? But hey, the most immediate resistance, remember, we're closing the month in around 5 days, right? 4 to 5 days. It's right here, guys, right over here. Can go ahead and I'm using these candles over here, these candles over here, these guys over here, these wicks over here. You can see how important that level was, right? What is that coming up to? Ooh, that's actually 9,300, right? 9,310. All right, so now you guys are seeing how important that level is and how we can have a cascade of effects that may actually transpire, right? The 4-hour is showing us a key level at 9,350-ish. The 4-hour is kind of testing its ability to actually break out of that consolidation at the bottom and break above 3,500-ish, sorry, 9,300 region. So if the 4-hour can actually do that, we see that follow through, and then it confirms on the 12-hour time frame too, and all of this happens within the next 4 or 5 days. What does that mean, guys? Well, it means that we are going to close a monthly time frame above this major resistance at around 9,300. And again, very similar to how I start saying, hey, if we start closing candles above 6,400, that's going to be the first sign that, hey, you know what, we might want to be switching to the other side, right? That was a big first sign. that, guys, if we close a monthly over here at 9,300, similar to this over here, this 9,300 level is going to give me the first big clue that we are going to have explosive fireworks to be coming in the next few weeks or so, right? Remember, this is a monthly candle, so it could take more than a few weeks, it could take months, right? But it may be coming, That being said, guys, again, resistance is resistance until we actually break it. 9,300 is very, very key. So unless Bitcoin actually closes that monthly candle above 9,350, I will start looking to take profits around that level, right? So I'll be a little bit more cautious going into that resistance, and I'll be looking to see what the 2-day time frame is doing, what the daily and what the 12 hours doing around that level. Remember, I'm looking for the 2-day 10 SMA right over there. The 12 hour has a key juncture neckline over there too, as well as the 4 hour. So we can kind of start watching price action unfold over the next few days to see that consolidation on the 4 hour, then 12 hour, the breakthrough, the 2-day following up with a 2-day candle close above the 10 SMA. That's how it'll all line up, and that's how I'll be able to be like, okay, I want to add to my trade and look for the big move. Because until then, guys, you cannot really look for the big move. It's still sitting against resistance, similar to how we're sitting on support at around the 8,550 region, right? And who's to say that we just don't go sideways over here, right? We could be putting in asymmetrical triangle. I talked about this possibility on the 4 hour time frame, on the 12 hour, but at this point, it's actually looking. This looks. Okay, so I'm tempted to say that this is a descending triangle over here, but remember, I said the same thing somewhere around here, I do believe, over here, right? You guys do remember this low over here was very, very close to this low over here. Said, hey, this is as good as a descending triangle if we do form. So let me go ahead and give you guys a quick refresher. I was looking for something like this. We didn't get that. Why was I looking for something else? Because, hey, it was very close to being a descending, right? Again, very similar to what's going on over here. I don't want to get caught into that pattern kind of thing just yet. We want to see the price actually unfold that way. Now, going back to what could happen, okay, over here is something very similar. We could see something like this, or we could see something like this, right? What happens? So let's just wait for the confirmation. Again, very simply put though, if we start closing 12 hour or multiple 4 hour candles in this range, anywhere in this area over here, I'm going to be getting very, very bearish, and I'll be looking for a move all the way down. I know people are looking at around 7,700-ish, but at the minimum I'll be looking at 7,400. And hey, I think we test those. I think we get a wick down to 6,500-ish, guys. I really do think that could happen if we start closing candles underneath this level. Apologies. All right, so one step at a time though. For now, we could be putting in a descending triangle like that too. And hey, what do you know? Let's explore that. Okay, so what if we are putting in a descending triangle right over here, right? And I'm pretty sure a lot of people have their eyes on this. This is a little bit obvious considering that we've done something very, very similar in the past, all the way over here, right? This was a massive descending triangle. Over here, no. Actually, you could make an argument for all of these being this. This is more for head and shoulders kind of thing though. So again, all these patterns have the same psychology behind it. Anyways, one just has an extra shoulder over the other, right? Or more of a so you could say that this is like a head and shoulders that is a deformity, right? I'm not trying to make fun of people who do have deformities, but you guys get what I mean. The psychology is what matters of the formation. So we have a push to the upside, another push to the upside, a failed weaker push, another third push, another weaker push. The bears are showing their strength by rejecting each attempt by the bulls to break the price into higher highs, right? That is your descending triangle formation. So if we actually do try again somewhere around here, and where is that coming up to? Around the 9,500, 9,000 region, right? This zone over here. What I think we could end up seeing is a move to this region over here. See wicks. Okay, we see wicks over here and close underneath 9,350. That's going to be my big sign that, hey, you know what? Actually, this might actually be a distribution formation. We're likely coming down to break towards the downside. All right, so now let's look at Bitcoin dominance. As we discussed, all coins have been popping and popping hard, right? We have like, what is it? Theta 600% up. Again, shout out to Wouter for catching this, and the other ones have been like, of course, Zilliqa. We'll be talking about Zilliqa 2, OMG. There's so many, man. There's so many. So those are the ones that we've been looking at the very least, right? And yeah, so let's see what's going on with Bitcoin dominance. Well, we do have a level right over here that we've been eyeing. We eyed rather. So like a descending triangle, right? Again, the psychology is what matters. Okay. Boom, 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 break to the downside and follow through. So where do we come down to? Well, we have to look for our next levels, and there's a key level that somewhere around here we can mark. Let me zoom out a little bit. Okay, so this level right over here that I'll be looking at, and after that, if we do break that, I'll be looking at this, right? Now again, remember what the Bitcoin dominance chart is really telling you. The Bitcoin dominance chart is telling you how Bitcoin is performing against altcoins or vice versa. It doesn't mean that if Bitcoin's going down, Bitcoin is dumping. We could have a situation where Bitcoin is simply going sideways, but altcoins are going up, right? And Bitcoin's dominance is going down. Why? Because altcoins are outperforming Bitcoin. So what the Bitcoin dominance is really telling you, the Bitcoin dominance chart rather, it's telling you which chart is are alts outperforming Bitcoin, or is Bitcoin the better trade to be in. Right now Bitcoin dominance is going down, and if it does break this level over here, I do think we may come all the way down to around 64, and this is a good sign for altcoins, right? It's a good sign for altcoins, because what does it mean? It means that altcoins are likely to rally at least against the Bitcoin pairing, right? So even if Bitcoin USD is going down and altcoin USD is going down, it means that if this is going down like this, if the Bitcoin dominance is going down, it means that you're going to have trade opportunities where the altcoin BTC pairing is going up. So if your goal is to stack Satoshis, well, we may have opportunities to do that very, very soon, okay? Now, let's go ahead and turn on the Ichimoku and the Mango Rip and see what's going on over here. So we do have Kijun support right over here. We talked about this morning in the live stream, looking for the possibility that Bitcoin actually bounces over here, right? And this is where I want to cautious people into getting too excited, right? Into jumping into alts because you're seeing altcoins pump. Well, altcoins were pumping during this phase, guys. During this phase, when Bitcoin lost this descending triangle towards the downside, lost its 21 EMA, lost the 200 moving average. Right? This was when altcoins were pumping. Now you want to be a little bit more careful, because when I look at several of these important altcoin charts, ADA, Zilliqa. So on Zilliqa, for example, I'll show it to you guys very, very soon. My take profit against one of the resistances hit. I do have 2 or more take profits, but I'm not sure if those will hit, because one, that was a major resistance and we did start seeing a sell-off. I haven't been looking at the chart over the past few hours, so I'm not sure if we actually can go and check it out in a bit actually. But yeah, I'm not sure whether we are making another push towards the upside. But Bitcoin, what's making me wonder if we're making another push to the upside is this wick over here, right? Does look like alts may be trying again. But yeah, Bitcoin is sitting against support, and Bitcoin dominance is sitting against major support. So that means that a lot of altcoins in general are likely sitting against their resistances. And when I look at ADA, I look at even Chainlink, I look at some of the other coins too, they are against major resistance. Let's go ahead and look at the Ichimoku over here. We do have the cloud too over here, bottom of the cloud, top of the cloud rather. So it's all about being patient, right? It's all about being patient. If you're looking to jump into altcoins, in my opinion, simply wait for Bitcoin dominance to lose its Kijun, break into the cloud, and then possibly an edge to edge in the cloud, you'll have that opportunity, and that's going to line up with a lot of altcoins also breaking their major resistance levels, right? So that's what I'm looking at, guys, in terms of Bitcoin dominance. Remember, we could bounce right over here, and this may actually line up with Bitcoin actually taking the 9,350 level. And once we do see that, I do think a lot of traders will be saying, you know what, F it, I don't want to risk my Bitcoin sitting in altcoins if Bitcoin is about to break a major level around 10,300 is what people are going to be looking at. So something similar happened when Bitcoin was at around 3,000 to 4,000, right? When it was trading that range. As soon as it started gearing and nearing that 4,000 region, guys, a lot of people started exiting alts, and the people who were being greedy and not patient, rather, they had to face some pain. Okay, so Bitcoin dominance, we talked about that. Let's go ahead and look at Zilliqa first, okay? Look at Zilliqa first. All right, here we have Zilliqa, and the reason I want to look at Zilliqa first is because this trade I took is reminding me a lot of the ADA trade that may actually show itself, right? So the ADA trade is not activated just yet, but very similar to how I played the Zilliqa trade. It's how I'm going to be looking at the ADA trade that we'll be talking about very soon. And Bitcoin is making a move back up over 8,900 as we speak. Yes, Bitcoin, do it, make me proud. And hey, Krisha's here. Hi Krisha, how are you? Okay, so yeah, going back to what we were talking about. Yeah, Zilliqa. What was I looking at? Well, essentially this orange line right over here, right over here. And Ashok from the Mango C program first gave us a heads up for this trade, but I didn't take it. Okay, I didn't rush into this trade. In fact, even the Mango Research dashboard right over here, you can see that it was giving us a call 25 days ago, right? 25 days ago. If you look at it, let's say you take it from around here and go 25 days back. The dashboard gave the call right over here, guys. Right over here, somewhere around here. In fact, you got an entry right after the dump too, if you were being patient. But I didn't enter there. I was waiting patiently. Okay, waiting patiently for this orange line to be broken. And then after that, even when we broke it, well, I didn't chase it, right? I didn't chase it. It broke to the upside, started running. Waited, got the retest, and boom, right towards the upside, right? And why does this remind me of? Okay, so quickly, let's talk about targets. Well, you can look for you can sprinkle your take profits throughout a range, of course. It depends on you, but I have my next take profit is around here around 165 Satoshi. My first take profit already hit. We're talking about this level over here at 132 Satoshi this morning in the stream. I was just saying that, hey, if Zilliqa closes the daily underneath this level, because at the time it was coming and testing this level right over here, right? And it didn't look too good. It looked like, hey, we broke past this region over here, sold off, and it doesn't look like I'm going to get my next take profit triggered. At the time, I was like, okay, if we close underneath this level on the daily, tomorrow I'm just going to get out of the rest of the trade. I don't care, it's done. I'll be looking to reposition or just look for another trade opportunity. But now look at that, right? The patience paid off. It's looking good. We may actually get another push up and trigger my take profits around this region over here. And then after that, I'll be looking for a move over here at around 211 Satoshi. And hey, to be honest, guys, this could keep going and going like this. If we break this too, it's gonna go all the way over here next, and perhaps we're gonna have a very volatile move on Zilliqa. So all of this is lining up with that idea that, hey, alts might be running, but we are sitting against major resistance too, which is lining up with what the Bitcoin dominance chart is saying. So 54% to our next two levels, and then after that we have 150% move, right? Okay, cool, very exciting. Now with that, let's go ahead and look at ADA BTC. Okay. And do I have any horizontals on this one? I hope not. I hope it's a clean chart. And this is Bittrex. Binance is fine. Okay, so let's remove everything. Remove drawings, remove indicators. And we look at the weekly. The weekly is what I'm looking at for ADA. Okay, and you guys are going to see, this is it, right? Yeah, cool, this is it. And you guys are going to see what I'm talking about very soon in terms of being patient and just wait for the break. Okay, wait for the break. We have a clear level right over here. You can see that how these weekly candles came in, smacked against it. And we were trading ADA around here. Do you guys remember this? We were trading ADA leading into this resistance, and I was looking for ADA to actually close a weekly candle above it. It did not, unfortunately, close underneath it, even though we had such a strong push above it, right? Because look at the follow through that we got after that, but it wasn't enough to close the candle above it. And this looked really bearish. Close another candle underneath it, and boom, to the downside, putting in a higher low though. Very key note. Higher low compared to this low. So we have a high low. Can we actually close another weekly candle above here? If we can do this, guys, I think we're going to get a massive move on ADA, and I'll be waiting for that to trigger itself. First target over there, next target will be somewhere over there. So what's that move? Bitcoin against the Bitcoin pairing, a nice 40% move. First target. Second target would be a nice 75% move, right? So big moves to be had, but you're going to have to be patient for the triggers. Now, this could take some time. Be very aware of that. This could take some time, and we might be putting in an ascending triangle on the weekly time frame, right? And then have our move. So wait for the trigger, guys. Don't rush into anything. And yeah, again, this is not financial advice, just me giving you guys my thoughts, and I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, if you guys follow me, you guys are likely going to lose all your money. Okay, so that's ADA BTC. We talked about Zilliqa. Is there anything else I want to talk about? Oh, of course, Chainlink. How do we forget Chainlink? Link BTC. Right over there. Binance. And yeah, all we have to do for Link, guys, is look at this major trend line. It's a little bit messed up over here. What happened? Okay, this line over here is rising horizontal towards the upside, right? As long as Link is maintaining that, it's going to be hard to be bearish on this, right? Because it's been performing so goddamn well against this and bounce again. And do we do something like that? Just keeps going forever, where one Link equals one BTC. Imagine that. But yeah, it's actually looking good. Let's go ahead and look at the daily. On the daily time frame, we are smacking against. So we talked about this over here. We should go ahead and delete all of this. We talked about this on the stream today, so I'm going to go over it again with you guys. We noticed something very interesting on the structure here on the lower time frames. And by the way, ADA USD has something very similar going on with it too. So yeah, daily Ichimoku is what you're talking about. And right over here, right, smacking against that top of the cloud over here, do we actually come down to the bottom of the cloud? If we turn off our horizontal, you'll see that we're sitting on Kijun support, right? The Tenkin, however, is underneath, right? So this is not the most bullish picture. Remember, cloud is still red. If we lose the Kijun, I'll be looking for that move down to the Tenkin, right? It's a classic play. Already saw resistance against the top of the cloud. If we lose the Kijun, close a daily candle underneath, hey, we make our way down to around 40,500 Satoshi, bottom of the cloud, and the Tenkin coming in there too. What was interesting was we were looking at the 4 hour, right? And Krisha mentioned in the stream chat, she was like, hey Sean, look at the as long as it's closing candles above the 4 hour 200 moving average, things are looking good. We've retaken it, and I tend to disagree over there. Yes, it's looking good. Yes, we're using the support, but I've been victim to this where we have a support line that is either a diagonal or a moving average like this that is sloping towards the downside, right? And we keep coming and testing it like that. Ooh, like spoiler alert over there for you guys. Okay, anyways, let me go ahead and delete all of this. Yes, my alert hit over there too. Anyways, and that's what we're doing here. We have a moving average that is a key moving average. We've used it as a key moving average, as you can see. There were good trades to be had off it. Yes, not all of them worked out, but you can see that it's being used as resistance. Tested over there and moved to the downside. Used this level of support. Came, bounced back up over there. Resistance. Took it. Tested again. Tried for another push towards the upside. Failed, and now we're using it as resistance yet again, right? Okay, cool. But that's actually a more bearish look to me, guys. The slope towards the downside and the fact that we keep testing it and we're angling down is bearish to me. And I'm not bearish on Link on a whole. Okay, when I look at the weekly time frame, I'm bullish. But when I look at the mid to low time frames, I do think that we may have a move towards the downside against the Bitcoin pairing, not against the USD pairing, against the Bitcoin pairing. And that does line up with what I noticed earlier this morning, that hey, we might have a potential head and shoulders top over here, guys. And the psychology of the head and shoulders is perfect here. A push towards the upside, an attempt by the bulls to break higher, came down, bears pushing the price all the way down to around 42,000 Satoshi. Bulls trying again, putting in a higher low. Great, making a nice higher high over here. Bulls are excited. Bears come, push the price down to major support level. And then what do you know? Bulls push it up again, right? But hey, look at that weak push. This weak push is what lines up with the bearish thesis, right? So you have a push, another push to the upside, a weaker push, bears showing their hand over here, and now you have your head and shoulder psychology. And then if you turn on your Ichimoku, your template, you're going to see that hey, that lines up very well with the 200 moving average, right? So we can go ahead and draw a trend line right over there. Let me delete all of this quickly. And you're going to see that hey, okay, this is your potential head and shoulders formation. If we do a measured move on that, well, what do we get? It actually lines up perfectly with 40,500 Satoshi, right? Which lines up with our daily Tenkin and bottom of the cloud. So you're seeing how all of this lines up. It's actually a beautiful chart yet again. This is why I love Chainlink, because even when it's bearish, it's beautiful. And because it's beautiful, you can trade it. Because it's beautiful, you can protect yourself against it, right? And that's all you need to understand, guys, with Chainlink, why I enjoy trading it so much. So yeah, if you do break this, I'll be waiting for a move over here, and where I'll be looking to be a buyer. I'm not looking to take any short trades, to be honest. The last Link BTC short trade I took was on the daily time frame. You guys know, right over here, when we lost the daily 21 MA, tested the Tenkin over here, took the trade all the way down to where? To our weekly major level, right? Now, we took this trade too. We flip long over here, flip long on this one. on this move over here. Why? Because it was weekly support, and the weekly is in a freaking uptrend, right? So taking that trade based on the weekly is completely fine. You're going with the trend, guys. But look at this, right? Came against that resistance, saw that rejection, got out of the trade, and over here I I missed this one. I missed this breakout over here. Was bummed out about that. But now, what do you know? I may get my opportunity to get filled even more, and yeah. Be looking to buy over there if we get it. If we bounce over here, I'll be looking to buy higher. Where will I be looking to buy? I'll be looking to buy above the cloud. So at this point, guys, I'm either buying above the cloud or I'll be buying at the bottom of the cloud. I'm not buying against resistance, right? I'm following the same principles I talked about in the beginning of this video. I'm either going to buy near support or basically, yeah, again, if we come down to the support level over here, or we break this resistance and turn it into support, and then I'll be able to buy over here. Just follow the rules. It's okay buying higher. It's okay buying higher. Far too many new traders think that the lower you buy, the better. No. The safer you buy, the better, and you're safer when you buy against support or you short against resistance. All right, so that's the Link BTC. Link USD, there's not much to say, right? We've been talking about it for a while. We're just waiting for Link USD to make a directional move that is independent of Bitcoin. Okay, if I want to see Link USD go up, I want to see it do it independently of Bitcoin. So far, all of this has been choppy action, because Bitcoin has been making its move. But recently, Bitcoin has been going down while Link is going sideways, and that's actually bullish. So things are beginning to look good. Beginning to look good. But hey, hope you guys enjoyed this video. We can do a quick recap on Bitcoin quickly, because kind of, yeah. Oh yeah, the daily. I don't think we talked about the daily actually today. Yeah, daily is not looking the best, to be honest. We lost a daily 21 EMA, using it as resistance right now. There's a thesis to be made for coming all the way down to the daily 200 moving average. So keep that in mind too. We do have this Kumo twist over here as well. But again, first things first, the major level to be losing, we can look for it on the 12-hour time frame, is this 8,650-ish, 8,550-ish level. And hey, what do you know? That lines up with an edge-to-edge trade on the 12-hour cloud. That's going to be a nice trade to be had. Nice short trade towards the bottom. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until then, do the mango way, do it the stress-free way. What do you know? The 12-hour candle just closed above the Kijun, using it as support, may get that edge-to-edge, C-span trade. And what does that line up with? 9,300. See you guys in the next video. Bye.